Hi, Aquarius. We're going to do a real quick love reading. This is a bonus. I just did a long reading for you guys. It was mostly focused on money. And also stick around. So go check that out. It's a really good reading, but it's a little scattered. A lot came through. So it's jumping around a lot, but it was a really phenomenal reading, especially if you're really been putting a lot of energy and effort. It's just a fabulous reading. So anyway, check that out. We're going to do a yes/no question at the end with the pendulum. So be thinking about that. And then this is just going to be a quick bonus for you guys. But they're, again, same, kind of similar to the last one. Ace of Pentacles, a positive, something new, taking root, something growing. There's a lucrative new beginnings in financially, but then there's also an element of leaving something difficult. And the Tower came up a lot in your last reading, so we get a lot of the same. But I definitely think the last one is still very worth checking out. The Tower, something exploding, and then the Devil card. Like, I don't know, it could be an addiction or self-medicating or just temptation, but we're gonna find out. Okie doke. So how are you, Aquarius? I hope you guys are well. If you are subscribed to the channel, thank you. I love you guys so much. I pray for you guys every day. Look. Okay, so I even changed decks because the cards were, the story was just so, repetitive. But look, the Aquarius card, the Star card, again, it came out a bunch in the last reading too. So y'all's energy, very strong right now. But if you're subscribed, thank you. I pray for you guys every single day. I set most of my intentions are predominantly focused on subscribers, first and foremost. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe if you watch the channel. It is one way you can show YouTube and the algorithm that there's value in videos. It helps me tremendously. It means so much to me. So just do it real quick. It's just a little, and then thumbs up. All the activity you guys put into the videos really helps me a lot. I just want to tell you guys that and give you a heartfelt thank you. But let's get started because we're gonna make this a quick one. 9, the Hermit. So radiating. The Hermit is somebody who goes off and shuts out all the noise and the voices and the false beliefs and goes within, off by themselves so they can hear spirit, hear their inner guidance system. We're going to do love though. 3 cups. Union, celebration, friendships. Person on your mind right now, 8 of cups. So somebody's walking away. You be the one doing that? I'm not sure. Well, I'll clarify how they see you. Knight of Wands. Lots of action. There's a lot of passion. Let me see where... Okay, look. Where my finger was cutting the deck. I just wanted to pull that. I could let it go. The Fool card. That's Aries energy. A new beginning. So how they view you. Someone very able to take action. Light, carefree. No, I mean, it's kind of a passion, fun. They definitely see you as somebody very deep. How they view the situation. Like creation. Pisces energy is coming through. This is also Libra. Strong Libra in the last reading too. Also feeling Emperor. But anyway, this is the Empress. So somebody who creates, someone who's a mother or nurturing. Okay. Somebody who loves, somebody who's just... The Empress is the, she embodies all the traits of the other queen. She's just yummy. She's desired. She isn't chased. She attracts. She radiates beauty, let's say. Okay. What are their next steps towards you? Page of Swords. Well, they're going to be watching you. Wonder what? I feel like they're going to be watching you succeed. What can you not see? Page of Wands. If you have an unexpected message coming, you will be hearing from someone. Chair's advice. 4 of Cups. Wow. We're going to have to dig into that. And then outcome, the Tower. So it's kind of similar. There's a tower that needs to be, something needs to fall. Maybe you have been holding a tower up, avoiding something happening, whereas it probably should happen because then it will come back together. Major strong energy here. Tarot is kind of blowing my mind today because The cards are, the last reading too is just, there was so much coming through. I couldn't get it all, articulate it very smoothly, but the cards are coming out after the energy. So the cards come out and they're confirming what where the way the reading was going. But look, we have the Magician. This is being able to do whatever you want. So there might be an element of, you've got a lot of focus on family and maybe being a mother, or there's a mother involved. A lot of energy goes to that, but there also is a lot of energy into business. And then it's like, you've got those other aspects. So you've got all these different pillars and you're trying to balance, you've got health, you've got finance or career, you've got family, you've got relationships and money, and you've got all these pillars, and you got to really, you can't just let all of them fall apart. So because you're only focused on relationship, right? Because then these are your pillars to happiness. If your relationship pillar cracks and crumbles, it feels like it's the end of the world. If it is, because your foundation is held up on one pillar, right? So you need all these other pillars to be fed and kept up so that you have a strong foundation. That way, one, gets a crack and a chip or whatever, the others will hold you up. Okay, so something like that with a tower. There is some sort of tower, but maybe there is too much weighing on one area, too much emphasis weighing on one area. So anyway, we've got the Magician and the Ten of Cups. That's pretty beautiful. So yeah, I felt like I needed to do a love reading. So let's dive in a little deeper. Seven of Wands, holding your ground. Let's just get a couple clarifiers. Whoa. Okay, Eight of Swords. The Chariot was huge in the last reading. That's motion forward, perseverance, sense of direction. King of Swords. Could be dealing with a Libra. We also have Cancer energy. We have Sagittarius. We have Aries. We have Libra, strong Libra, Taurus, Virgo. We have everything. I'm just giving you a couple of the major arcanas. Bottom of the deck now, we have the Hierophant, Truth, Clarity. So you're working towards something. There's a lot of thought. But I think what you're not realizing is as you're growing and releasing and embracing, you're releasing negative thought patterns possibly, or negative influences, your light is growing stronger. And then, okay, let's start clarifying. What is the Hermit? Why do we have the Hermit? Yeah, Queen of Swords. There's a lot of contemplation about probably cutting things out. The Queen of Swords is somebody she's been through a lot. She is level-headed, she is clear-minded, and she will say what she thinks and cut out things that don't serve her. She could say things that are harsh. And I think you've gotten to that place, or that's where you are now. Here we are again. Same. This is very similar to the last reading, but I did specifically ask for this one to be related to love. So Eight of Pentacles, there's a lot of focused attention, hard work, being, that's clarifying the Three of Cups. So there may be a lot of attention on friendships, and there's something that has to do with, I'm feeling the bigger picture. The bigger picture. One more on that. Actually, let me grab this deck. One more on that, please. One more clarifier. Pentacles. Waiting. Put a lot of work in. Maybe somebody just keeps letting you down. And there's a lot of patience involved. This Temperance card keeps showing up. Give me one more on that. Three of Cups. Three Cups. So there is an element of, maybe you put a lot into a friendship or a relationship. There's an element of it paying off. Yeah, there's a lot of love here. King of Cups. Even though there is some sort of withdrawal. Okay, let's go back to the... there's an element of, oh goodness, somebody walked away from something that wasn't easy, but still feels tied to it. It was the right decision, or it looks like, or it was needed at the time. But still somehow, these are opposites. Eight of Cups is walking away. Eight of Swords is stuck in thought. Look at that too. How they view you. Knight of Wands, somebody that moves forward, takes action. Two of Swords. Somebody who is at a deadlock, blocked. Maybe you blocked them. They blocked you. Maybe you're okay with it. I'll tell you what, they're not. Avoidant. Okay, the same cards. Let's see. Two of Swords. That's like a stuck energy. One more. They think that you, look at that, I was just about to say you've moved on. They think that you've moved on. See that? Ace of Cups. Somebody thinks that you've moved on. Wow, that blew my mind. This is like the moving on card. Moving forward. Putting things in the past. This is new love. So it looks like they think you've moved on. How do they view the situation? The Empress. Why the Empress? Mother. Again, mother energy. Stability. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very stable, resourceful. It's like you didn't need it. Like this just showed up and I didn't take it. And there it is again. They are feeling sad, left out. Wow. Five of Pentacles. So what are their next steps towards you? They're watching. Page of Swords. They're investigating. They're curious. They're wondering what happened. Look at that. Full of regret. How somebody is saying, the roles could be reversed, but somebody, I mean, look at all these fives. Somebody is very sad, feeling like they've lost out. Maybe that was a good thing. Not able to let go. So Five of Swords, that's very conflicted. Feeling alone. You got the 3 5s right there. 3 5s. And it's in their area. So they're feeling sad, regret, left out. And they're observing that. So you'd be about to succeed big time in financially or in some sort of partnership, getting what you want, and they didn't provide for it. Wow, 3 5s that blow mine. So they're seeing it. That's what they're observing. Why do we have the Page of Wands and what you cannot see? Page of Wands, an unexpected message of a cycle ending. The World card, cycle ending. I mean, Aquarius, you know, this looks like everything is screaming you're letting go, cutting something toxic out, and being not, I wouldn't say rewarded. I don't think the universe is partial like that, but I mean, for our English, yeah, rewarded might be the word. This card won't leave me alone either. The Hierophant, that's going higher. You're rising above. You're going to have love, abundance. Everything that you are creating is coming to you. You're going to hear good news about a cycle completion. I kind of feel like reading that. I feel like I'm going to get something new there. Something that I'm not saying in that World card. Let me read that real quick. Okay, yeah, this is big. So here's truth and clarity. The Ace of Swords, victory after a battle. Okay. Lots of, going down the rabbit hole. It's been a long journey, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. Look at the circles here. So the World card. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. I love you guys. Let me know. Let's talk in the comments. I would love to know how this resonates. Why am I not finding that card? Come on. So completion of a big cycle, a journey that's been difficult, completion, success, victory, happy endings, abundance, success, new levels of consciousness, literally traveling the world. This is very, very much coincides with the last reading. So it makes me feel so good when I get confirmation. So definitely check that out. I will link it at the end of the video. So it says taking shortcuts. So don't do this. This is the shadow side, okay? Taking shortcuts, a need for closure, a need to follow through, staying focused in order to complete an unfinished task, a delay in plans, and unmet dreams. So that would be if this was not happening, okay? So those are the things you don't want to do. And then you have the World brings one of the most positive and abundant messages in the tarot. So congratulations, you've come so far. A large project or period in your life is coming to a successful conclusion, and it's time to revel in the sweet afterglow of your success. If you're not quite there yet, then this card is a sign that you're on the right path. Consciously step into the world's ascension energy. Ta-da. Amazing. Tarot blow mind. If you're not quite there yet, take this card as a sign that you're on the right path. Consciously step into the world's ascension energy and welcome this beautiful shift as your inner spirit landscape merges with your outer reality. As you reach the stage of fruition, remain focused. Don't slacken your resolve as you glimpse the magic. Wow. As you glimpse the magic at the end of a long journey. I just said that. It's been a long journey. Oh gosh, I have such chills. I just never get used to it. Okay, so because it's time to, okay, don't slacken your resolve as you glimpse the magic at the end of a long journey, because it's time to follow through with your final steps and complete the cycle. Even in shadow, the world is a positive card that signals bliss and happy endings with oodles of positive energy on the way. So I'm going to put this as our intention, okay? In the comments. I accept this gift of completion and ascend to new levels of awareness and wholeness. I am love. All right. Do y'all have chills? Well, as I do. Cycle completion. You're on your way. The last reading was all about massive wealth coming in. This somehow is tied in. I don't know if you let go of someone. Oh, wow. 2 patience cards. Patience, balance, justice. The outcome is a tower. Let's see about that. I thought this was going to be short, but apparently not. Somebody's having a tower. I feel like it's your person. Somebody that you're kind of having to let go of is having a tower moment. Wow. Like finally, maybe they're realizing your value. They didn't realize your value, or they juggled you. What's this? Yeah, I'm just so you like it looks like an apology will eventually come. And this person I don't think will be able to let go. I don't know that that's really what you need to be concerned about right now. Travel here is also strong. See? 3 travel cards. So outcome is wish fulfillment. This is crazy. So beautiful. Give me one indication, clarifier about the King of Swords. Stability. You know, I kind of feel in the Knight of Cups, I feel like this person has been acting as a page. I don't really think you need to get off track thinking about this person because you've got something else really big going on. But everything is indicating this person is deep in thought now. It's maturing them, I think losing you. That now it looks like they may be able to come back as a king, you know, in a better way. Maybe even as an emperor, but it looks like there's a new beginning with this person. I mean, it's not totally clear. Let me see. Tell me more about the person and the ending. I know that there's regrets. This person is totally full of regret, doesn't know what to do about it. There it is again. Temperance, patience. And also there's that this reminds me of 2 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. Oh, there's a decision. Okay, so this person is not going to let you go. Look at the last. Okay, 6, the decision being made. 4 of Wands could be then. This is foundation. They're going to come back. They're not going to let you go. I think the roles will be reversed to where they're kind of like, whatever you want, Aquarius. But there was something that there was a lack of, I believe there was like a lack of value. Let's do a yes/no question with the pendulum. And you guys don't change your question after I let go because, you know, it's got to be super clear, you know. You can ask a yes/no question. If it lands on the triangle section, then that means we have to pull a card. So, okay, so pause if you need to, and I will work on an oracle. I feel like getting you guys a moon card. Oh, I just fell. Okay, so I can accomplish what I set mine to with discipline. And then I bring a state of perfect harmony into the world, and I do so without judgment. No way. No way is the answer. I rarely get that. So there you go. There's that. Okay, let me pull a moon card. Some of you guys want to do it again. Don't ask the same question, though. Let's do one more. Let me pull a moon card. Another thing that came through in the last reading was make sure that, like, the last thoughts that you have, you know, in your mind at night before you fall asleep are positive thoughts, positive memories, intentions, where you want to be. Oh, I forgot I was going to set an intention for the world. Okay, I got to leave that out. We're going to put that in the comments. You guys can just say, I affirm. Okay, we need to draw a card. You can say, I affirm, and, or thumbs up, say, I claim this. Picture, I'll start the comments off with an intention. You can put your own in there also, and then we can all kind of help feed each other, give power to each other's. But just make sure you thumbs up and say, I affirm, so you're included in that. See, a new romantic cycle begins. I think this person's going to see you with someone new. It could be a Libra, or they're going to come back in a totally different, energy. They're definitely not going to let you go. So it landed on the triangle, so we're going to draw one of those cards. Trust the process. Okay, so trust the process. So there'll be a need to let go of, controlling or understanding how it's all going to work out. And then complicated. So a little reminder word for keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. It's kiss it. So, you can just say, I didn't like that, or I don't like that, or I don't want that. Don't over-explain you don't have to over-explain. There are some things that you can just keep simple, stupid. Keep very simple. Did I just say that? Okay. Some things you can just keep simple and you don't have to explain yourself. You can say, I don't like it like that. I want to do it this way. No, I don't want that. You don't have to explain every little thing. Okay. All right. That's it. I love you. I love you, Aquarius. I'm going to put this intention in the comments. Please add your own. Say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. Okay. I love you guys so much. I'll see you soon. Bye, Aquarius.